All right, we are back here, and we are ready to jump in for another replay cast here in Div D West. We're catching up on Disturbance season here as they face OC Peach Boys. This is a match from March 21st, a couple Thursdays ago. So let's just jump right into game number one, shall we? Looks like we are going to be on Tomb of the Spider Queen, not Towers of Doom. Silly. On the left, we've got Disturbance once again. These teams love being in blue. Wraithling going to be playing the Stitches. We've got Mambo playing the Stukov. Kurt's going to be back on his Asmodan. Captain Roberts on the Kael'thas. And Belial going to be on the Imperius. Well, it took me a couple times to get that right, Belial. Meanwhile, on the right, OC Peach Boys. We've got attack power going on the Vala. Great name, by the way, for that hero. Tiny gonna be playing the Johanna. Arceus Victorious, or Arceus Vicious, gonna be on the Maiev. And we've got Kurrit on the Anna. And down bot, we've got Saul playing the Arcanus. So in we go right away. Both teams into the mid, get their clear and rotate on. Kurt's already up to the top lane now. Keep an eye occasionally on this this stacking quest for the globes, both for the literal globes on Kael'thas as well as the metaphorical globes here for Asmodan. Should be an interesting matchup down here. You know, a lot of percentage-based damage from Imperius could favor him. Meanwhile, bombs being spread up in the top lane. Kael'thas so popular here in the lower divisions, just simply due to how that bomb spread works. The positioning not always quite as careful here in Div D. So occasionally you'll see a little bit more of that spread. Nice hook in onto the Maiev, but a big vault there going to dodge the globe from Kurtz on the follow-up. And both teams will continue on doing their thing. Meanwhile, Kurrit doing some nice heals to start out here. I believe this was from the phase of the game where Anna had newly been reworked and should still be in the point where Eye of Horus was banned. So we're gonna have to see a nano boost coming out here from Kurrit. Anna's still super powerful though. First 10 going in here for OC Peach Boys on the gem counter. They've got a slight advantage in overall gems, as well as now their 10 that they have turned in. Level 4 is about to roll around for both team here. Swap not quite finding Belial there. This guy's obviously a Diablo fan, just saying. The Lord of Lies, Belial. Up to the top lane go the members of OC Peach Boys. They're starting to balance out here in the rotation game. Starting to get a little bit of an advantage there, and it's going to allow a couple members to look to turn in, but Captain Roberts not having any of that. Check in on the bot lane once again as these two go back and forth. No real advantage gains. Couple more gems on the side of OC Peach Boys down in the bot lane as well. And they're getting a nice gem advantage now. They've been zoning away Disturbance, denying a few of these gems per rotation. And attack power actually vaulting into the hook there. Makes a lot of damage. A Wraithling with the 200 IQ hook there. No problem. Yes, Eye of Horus was banned. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. We will see the charge in almost there from I was wondering. It's like, nah, looks like everyone's rotating away. Looks like that's just going to be a shade coming back. As we do see OC Peach Boys now have enough to turn in. They've slammed 45 of these suckers in. Soul getting the turn in on the bot pretty big there. denial to Belial by Tiny there. Meanwhile, turn-in going on up at the top. Attack Power trying to zone that off, but gets zoned in return. 3 going to be turned in by Tiny, but that's not enough. So we're going to see a lot of these gems making it in over on the side of Disturbance. Wraithling going to get his in, and now it's just 2 more to be turned in here for OC Peach Boys. Moist Weenus with those 69 biddies. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, my friend. First set of red web weavers going over to OC Peach Boys. And we'll see the 3 web weavers coming out. Are pretty well pushed out in each lane, so Disturbance in a good position to defend here. They also have just massive wave clear and siege potential between their Kael'thas and the Azmodan, so I expect this to be a pretty solid defense coming out from them unless OC Peach Boys can find some kills. The Globe comes in. Let's take a quick look at that stacking quest, up to 120 now for Azmodan. The pull in is good onto Mambo though. Stukov in all kinds of trouble. He's going to end up going down. The heal denial, huge there from Kurrit. And that's what I was afraid of, ladies and gentlemen. OC Peach Boys have a very nice pick comp, and when they turn it on, they can do a nice job of getting some solid damage out as well when they get into the siege. Attack power, of course, with that hatred. Once it's stacked up, it's huge, but the triple spread there, and ouch for OC Peach Boys, but they'll live. We'll fight another day. Meanwhile, they get the mid-fort down, so gonna get that extra trickle XP coming out for them the rest of the matchup. Tiny gonna score a nice turn in. And the goaltending is pretty good here too from OC Peach Boys. That's a big thing for them here. They don't want to allow Disturbance to get a counter turn in and try and catch up here in the race to 10 with some extra structure damage and help in the wave clear department from the web weavers. Soul dashing in, but not going to swap anyone. Globe comes in, hitting a few members, and now Tiny in a bit of trouble. Nice silence there from Mambo. Gonna say, not gonna go through here unless you pay the toll. Another big Globe coming in from Kurtz. They're chunking the members, but Wraithling is the one taking a lot of pressure, and attack power goes in, gets that double hungering arrow. That Q build really starting to come online after the 7, and Mambo's gonna go down, but the bomb spread is kind of massive here. Captain Roberts trying to at least zone them back just with a massive amount of damage. Meanwhile, we do see that Globe of Annihilation quest is finished. 4 more regen globes needed for Kael'thas before he can have that. And as we said, that Hungering Arrow build really coming online now for OC Peach Boy's attack power. Full grenade build coming out from Ana, exactly what you would expect, and the nano boost is confirmed. Level 10's coming in, Blessed Shield, along with the Purifier Beam, Rain of Vengeance, Warden's Cage, and as we mentioned, the nano boost. 60 seconds delay for replay cast is really the only way we can avoid cheating. Right, yeah. It would be a real shame if these guys being replay casted were to cheat. I mean, they do know the answers, I guess, so in a way they're cheating. But we are going to see... I don't know the answers, but they do. We are going to see OC Peach Boys scoring themselves a big turn in here. Here comes the level 10s for the side of Disturbance. So Blackpool, along with Massive Shove, Phoenix, the Gorge, and that is Wrath of Anguirus. Anguirus? Anguirus, yes. Meanwhile, we will see another Globe coming out, trying to get the counter siege here. And Captain Roberts and Kurtz do have a lot of wave clear and a lot of, a lot of that counter siege to push them back. But I like this call. OC Peach Boys spreading out on the map, forcing kind of that asymmetrical pressure across all lanes will try and get maximum value. But at the end of the day, it's a good defense here from Disturbance. The vault, just to make sure Wraithling didn't get that hook. And again, back to goaltending here are the OC Peach Boys. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit hungry for peaches right now. I don't know why. Subliminal messaging, maybe. Two-man spear from Belial. Looking to set something up with the Warden's Cage on the back end. Captain Roberts eating a little bit of damage there from that Purifier Beam, but on the backside, it's Stitches that falls. Maev actually able to make it out and pick up the kill on Kael'thas on his way out the door. And now Mambo's in all kinds of trouble. Trying to turn the corner and get away, but Tiny's gonna have to condemn. Is there any follow-up? No. But it is still a 2-for-0 exchange. OC Peach Boys gonna find themselves pretty low and pretty chunked at the end of that, but still get the kills. 6-0 on the kill counter right now. And level 13 is now in for OC Peach Boys. So Disturbance not going to have a whole lot of opportunity. They actually, until that gem picked up by Belial, they actually didn't have enough for a turn-in. So a lot of gems dropped there. And a lot of gems dropped throughout this matchup with those 6 deaths. And they're having a very hard time securing the map objective. We'll see if that changes at all, but not exactly the fight you want to force down the 13. They do have a numbers advantage here in mid. Globe is going to just barely find that back boot of attack power there. Sola actually gets hit by the hook. Tiny getting a little bit low, but gonna use Blessed Shield to get them out of dodge there. And they're gonna try and secure the turn-in, but most of the gems needed are actually 100% of the gems needed are sitting down there on Belial, and he's really just not in a place to turn in right now. He's actually hitting the B button to get mana. So once again, OC Peach Boys able to zone and deny the turn-in. Look at the damage coming out from attack power here. The over the wall hitting that Rain of Vengeance. Second one comes down. That's going to secure the kill on Stitches. And the nano boost just for good measure. Disturbance going to have to back up, and it looks like slowly chipping away at another turn-in here are the members of the OC Peach Boys. And we do see Blue Web Weavers actually coming out. Belial, sneaky Belial, going up to the top lane. But camp is still going to be secured here by the Peach Boys. Oh, massive swap in by Saul onto Kurtz, but massive shove on the other side here from Mambo to counter it. Ector letting us know that that Aris has ridiculous Q resets on the Maev. That's always the thing with Maev. Very difficult to deal with if you're not positioned very, very carefully around her. And you can see it in the numbers. A lot of damage coming in from attack power. Almost as much damage coming in from the Maev. We will have an attempt at singling out Soul here. The spear does come in. Massive silence as well from Mambo. But they're just having a hard time confirming any of these kills. The members of OC Peach Boys just going to back up, wait out that Phoenix, and then look to re-engage. Here comes the Warden's Cage coming in along with the Purifier Beam. And the Purifier Beam kind of covering that doorway out there. 3 are going to fall. Mambo is going to fall as well. Kurtz is going to be taken out, and that is a 5-for-0 dominated here. The OC Peach Boys just taking out Disturbance, and that's pretty much going to negate a lot of the potential that Disturbance could have gotten from that map objective. They do get the top fort and the keep front wall, so still not the worst exchange I've ever seen, especially in a situation where you got 5-0'd. But level 16 is now in for the Peach Boys, and they're going to look to secure the boss here, along with the Webweaver turn-in. quite possibly. If they time this up right, it could be a massive power play. But if they do it wrong, it could be trouble too. Here comes Disturbance. And they're coming in on a few members that are pretty low. They're trying to isolate him here. Soul getting very, very low on the front end here. But a very nice peel from Tiny there with that Condemn. They're just going to back off for now. The boss does leash. This is not something Disturbance wants to try and insta-take in response. Swap just barely missing. Captain Roberts, I think, maybe flinched a little bit, hitting the shield. And Wraithling is going to end up going down there on the front side. Stitches not quite able to hang in that long with the members of OC Peach Boys, especially down that 16 talent tier. And it looks like OC Peach Boys is going to go for the boss in response to this. They do still have what they need for turn in, so they can still try and make this power play. The question is, does Disturbance want to try and counter-engage this without their tank? I think the answer is no. It would be very difficult. There's really, you know, Belial, I guess, could try and go in on the point, but still rough. Boss is captured, and now is going to be going in the top lane, but the fight kind of breaking out here as well. You'd love to see the OC Peach Boys turn in here, but they're going to take the Imperious kill as it is. You know, it looks like attack or Current is going to go back and secure the Web Weavers. It's a tough moment for Disturbance here in game number 1. The hook onto Soul and the Gorge, but the Rain of Vengeance and the pullback going to prevent them from getting him over the wall, and Soul is going to make it out of that situation. Pulling a Mongoose on that Stitches skin. You're right. It is a banned skin. Great reference to last night's cast, by the way, Weenus. Meanwhile, we are going to see the Purifier Beam onto Mambo. Going to zone him away as the Peach Boys step in here with the Web Weaver. Boss is down in the top lane, but the other Web Weaver is getting pretty big value in the other lanes while this one is pushing down the keep. Imperious is also going to fall here. So some staggered deaths coming in now for Disturbance. It's going to be a bit of a problem. And they're not going to push in with this one, but it looks like they're just going to rotate out and look to get some advantage in the other lanes as well. Level 16 is now here for Disturbance, so they don't want to try to force too hard here. At least without some big advantages of their own. Wraithling going in, going to find the Gorge onto Vala, but once again, the zoning is good. And, oh, attack power! Gets hit by that black-pooled globe there from Kurtz, but it's just not quite enough. Current, just so much healing. Keeping everybody up and healthy. Mid-keep took a pretty big hit. Bottom keep does get cleared out here in bottom to save that bottom keep from really taking too much damage. But right now it's looking all OC Peach Boys. I will say this much though, if Disturbance could find themselves a late game win, that top lane has already been prepped. They can go right through the keep at this point. At level 20 now in for the Peach Boys though. If they do find themselves a big team fight win, they can definitely try to march through that top lane. You know, I'll turn in going to be getting very close to being secured here by the Peach Boys. They're going to dump all of their gems, which I love that call. Just in case they get in a team fight, they don't want to risk dropping any. You get the free. If the enemy team is going to give you a free turn in, might as well take it. Spell Shield, protecting a lot of that wave there from that huge globe of annihilation coming in there from Kurtz. But still, the clear is pretty good. Phoenix burned for it, though. And it looks like that will be enough with the 11 that OC Peach Boys needed. And they can look to try and press in one of these two other lanes, trying to secure themselves a second, possibly even a third keep. Still 2 full levels away to that 20 talent tier for Disturbance. So again, you know, rough moment here. Those 2 Hungering Arrows going to come down, just chunking that keep. And they're even forcing here before the Web Weavers come out, but that Wrath not quite going to find its mark there for Belial. The dash comes in, no swap to follow up, but there's the Warden's Cage. Belial stuck in the cage. Captain Roberts getting low as well. He's going to go down to that beam from Artanis. Soul also going, and this is the level 20 upgrade. Every time it gets a kill, it retargets and finds a new target. Now Mambo under pressure, and I believe that is going to be it. The GG's being called here by Wraithling and all the Web Weavers coming in onto this one. They go ahead and secure the bottom keep just for good measure, but OC Peach Boys going to find themselves a win here in game number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Weenus, I just try and tease Mongoose whenever I can. Well, that's fair. You know, he's earned it. So I'll give you guys one quick look at these talents. And we'll go over the stats a little bit. Kurt's dealing a ton of damage. Siege and hero damage on that Asmodan, but again, just didn't quite have the finishing potential. Stitches does a great job of isolating members, but I feel like that comp from Disturbance was kind of going in 2 different and kind of opposite directions. You know, you kind of want Stitches to bring somebody in and try and trap them in, which, you know, Stukov doesn't really give you a whole lot of that until he gets his 13, you know, root talent, and even that's, you know, big time skill shot. It's not easy to hit that combo. Plus, it uses a lot of your resources to do that. Kael'thas, of course, does have the gravity lapse, but again, you know, it's not an easy skill shot like, you know, say the root onto it. You know, that one doesn't have to be timed nearly as well. Meanwhile, you know, the gravity lapse can be a good follow-up to it, but it's kind of rough. You got to time it out just right based on how long the hook is, how far they're being pulled in, and if you line it up, you can hit it. But then if you hit it too early, it interrupts kind of part of the hook, and they're not right in front of Stitches where you kind of want them. But overall, just a lot of good counter engage there from Peach Boys with the Maiev, the Johanna pull in, Sleep Dart, you know, swap from Artanis. Anybody got gorged and they just kind of collapsed onto Stitches, and Wraithling was in all kinds of trouble that whole game. 20-0. So Peach Boys dancing here in game number 1. We'll quickly hop back into our folder here and grab game number 2. Apologize, this is a little bit of a longer load between matches because of Weenus's favorite mechanic with replay casts, which is, of course, the old patch loading. Disturbance comeback in game 2? I don't know. I haven't looked at the game 3 file yet, Weenus. I don't know if there's going to be a game 3 or not. Don't spoil it for me, anybody. I don't know who wins the series. I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to Div D, so I don't know exactly who's going to win this match. But I will say this much: OC Peach Boys, if they just keep doing what they were doing in that last one, I think they're going to be good here for game 2. But there is a reason we play the games, you know. Yeah, Weenus wants to see that game 3. There are between 2 and 3 games in every series that OC Peach Boys play. That's good to know. No game 1 and then DQs or drops. But otherwise, that's just a trolling comment. DJ? Alright, well, we're loading in here for game number 2, and let's see, it looks like we are going to be on Cursed Hollow. I think I've got the stream stuff figured out though, Weenus. I I had my bitrate settings, ironically, too low for what my upload times were. And I know that's weird, but I looked, and apparently that can cause audio delays, and it can cause disconnects. So I actually turned it up. I turned it like way up, and it seems to be working. Let me know if you see any problems, but right now it's looking pretty on my end.
Prepare yourself for battle.
I just jinxed myself, didn't I? He's right behind me. Alright, well, let's get on into game number 2. And it looks like we do have, once again, the teams being very nice to me, staying on the right sides. We're going to have Wraithling playing the Garrosh. Mambo going to be back on the Stukov. Belial going to be on the Thrall. Captain Robert's going to be on the Jaina. And Kurt's going to be playing Zeratul. This is Disturbance. Meanwhile, on the right, OC Peach Boys. We've got Tiny playing the Muradin. It looks like Kurrit is going to be back again on the Maiev. Aris Vicious going to be on the Maiev. We're going to see Attack Power playing the... Is that Vala? It is a Vala skin. Okay, very interesting Vala skin. And up in the top lane, we have Saul back, or going to be playing the Imperius. I think that's back on the Imperius? No, Imperius was on Disturbance last game. I got it. Take a quick look at these talents. Globe Quest coming in for Jaina here. Captain Robert's going to be looking to pick those up throughout the match. Echo of the Elements in for Thrall. Pretty standard pick in the solo lane for Belial. Meanwhile, Kurt's going to be in the solo down here. Solo lane number 2, if you will, against Attack Power. It's going to be a rough matchup. Zeratul, of course... Oh, that Hungering Arrow. Almost finding Kurtz there. Just that constant damage is so difficult to deal with. Meanwhile, camps are up here on Cursed Hollow. Let's see if either team wants to prioritize these. No tremendous camp takers on either side. You know, Thrall pretty good at camps. Jaina good at burning them, but not good at tanking them. So kind of the same with Vala on the other side. Ooh, and Stukov gets caught out there. Nice tether there from Aris. And first blood going over to OC Peach Boys. Picking up where they left off in game number 1. Context clues from Ektar. Very well done. Take a quick check-in on these talents. It looks like this time it's not going to be Hungering Arrow build for Attack Power. This time going full basic attack build. And that makes sense. You know, here on this map you end up in these long drawn-out fights, so it can be very nice to you know, have that extra sustained attack. Meanwhile, Aris is going to go ahead and quickly scoop up the siege camp here. That's very well timed. Good macro from OC Peach Boys. This will be pushing down in the bot lane while the tribute spawns up in top. And we'll have to see how teams decide to rotate to this puppy. Looks like everyone is coming. Zeratul going to be a little late on the rotation, but plenty of time to affect this. Vala also making a quick stop in mid. And Wraithling going to be the first to try to start forcing the issue with the cap. Meanwhile, we do have the reverse toss there with the Groundbreaker. Unstoppable is going to be popped for Wraithling, but they turn on to Belial, and it's going to be enough. Attack Power vaulting in, and is going to go ahead and pick up the second kill of the game here for OC Peach Boys. And just like that, Disturbance can go ahead and back off and allow the tribute cap there. Not many options, though, with Thrall being down and Garrosh being so very low in health. Meanwhile, camp and bot getting some value. Hobbled a little bit by the wave coming in. They're going to get most of the gates, if not all the gate here. There it goes. A little bit off the top as well. Mambo actually rotating down, so Attack Power going to end up in a 2v1. But on the other side, we've got Camps. Tiny is going to go ahead and start this. But it'll be interesting to see if he finishes it. It's going to force them to be a little bit late on the rotation if they do. Meanwhile, Belial has started on the camp. Here, looks like we're going to see a rotation from Captain Roberts to help him finish that. So both sides getting a little extra camp help. I like this from Aris. They have the shade back up, can maybe shade over the wall to make the rotation a little bit quicker here. But either way, Camp's going to be pushing in both lanes, so little something to lose from both sides. Looks like right away we're going to see the jump in. Very aggressive from Tiny. Getting in some trouble here. Is actually going to get taken down. Let that dwarf toss in. How about that? Aggressive, but not enough follow-up there from OC Peach Boys. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. And Disturbance with some signs of life here. And get themselves that kill along with the curse, not the curse, but the tribute. Masma, do you know if they did a replay cast of Regen Retro versus Thick Mama White Main Hots? I don't know, actually, off the top of my head, but if you go into the channel for the NGS Discord that's cast my replays, any match that did not get live casted that the replays have been uploaded by the match report, you can check to see if that match is still listed. If it's still listed, then that means it has not been casted yet.
The tribute.
And if there's a check mark under it, you can actually see who put that emote in there, and it'll tell you who is planning on replaying casting. Anyway, Camp's going to be picked up here for Disturbance. So this time it will be they who are a little bit late on the rotation. All the same, OC Peach Boys are ready for that rotation to come in. Here comes Wraithling. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and look to pull him back in, but the self-unstoppable Wraithling going to get back out. Kurt's going in with the poke, but he has the wormhole back out. Soul coming down and going to go ahead and spear a couple members. Massive tether there from Aris. But it's actually the members of OC Peach Boys that are getting very low here. And for right now, Captain Roberts going to look to get the channel on the backside. Attack power does have the poke, though, there with that hungering arrow. And it's Anna that goes down. The bot's actually going to come over and get involved a little bit. So it's a 2-for-0 for Disturbance. They're going to actually get level 10 first here. They've also got that camp pushing in mid, so good value there. Masma, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, I'll be doing a few more replay casts here and there throughout the week. I'll look to maybe see if that's one of the ones I could pick up. But like I said, today we're just catching up on Disturbance's season. These poor guys have been missed, I believe now 5 games in a row, which is just a bummer. I keep trying to pick up their matches live, but they always either play at times where my matches are going on or when I'm at work, so it's kind of a bummer. But we can always replay cast them, you know, try and make it up for them a little bit. Meanwhile, we do have the tribute spawning here. Big tribute here for OC Peach Boys. If they're hoping to deny the curse from Disturbance, now is the time. Both teams a little bit late on rotation here. Belial and Soul rotating down together. Captain Roberts, though, is still working on the siege camp. Going to be massively late to this one. And you got to wonder if Disturbance is thinking about just giving this one up. They may look to poke a little bit. And Belial actually comes in full on with the Earthquake. Jaina is going to be flanking from the top, but is still not quite here. There's the 4-man VP on the backside, but Captain Roberts is not in position to follow with that ring. The taunt comes down. There's the ring, but only catches one, but Imperious does fall off the back end of that. And we also have attack power going down. Tiny jumping into the backside finishes off Garrosh. And Ars with the fan of knives. The resets are insane. The tether is good for a 4-man kill there just for Aris. Dang, what a turnaround. Disturbance so close to having that win and that curse, but the rotation was just a little too late, and the Void Prism, originally caught 2. 2 more walk in. I think if the ring is there, that is an easy team fight win for Disturbance, but now it is OC Peach Boys that get that team fight win. They get the second tribute. And we are going to see them backing off of the boss here, thinking better of that. And now we'll see if maybe Disturbance wants to commit to it. Both teams kind of sharking around, but attack power is all the way in the top lane. Disturbance can see this, but they don't want to give up this tribute. It's curse point either way now. And level 13, very close for OC Peach Boys. They can look to try and pick this up. Aris gonna get rooted there. So Wraithling now going to be trying to cap at this point. But here comes again just the massive engage coming in with Earthquake. Multiple members slow. The taunt actually going down onto Aris. The ring inside it. And that is going to be one of the funniest things. Oh, Aris stuck up in the air. Ends up going down. And that's going to be the first kill. But so many members low here for Disturbance. They got to be careful. The swipe might be enough, but Wraithling still poison damage coming down. He's gonna get that last second heal from Mambo, but Zeratul may be in a little bit too long. He's gonna go down, and the healing coming out from Currid here. A massive grenade coming in on, and Soul still pretty low, but it's a 1-for-2 exchange. Captain Roberts with such low mana. Mambo being aggressive there with that silence. They actually are going to find the kill on Imperious, but attack power is able to finish the cap. And this is long enough that Aris is now back and is on the chase here. Looking at Mambo, trying to get that tether. Not quite going to be able to find it, though. Kurt's also now back. I got to say, that root with the toss in the VP, that's a pretty funny exchange. And these team fights, super even. Disturbance is giving OC Peach Boys all they can handle in this matchup. But now Belial going to be caught out here on rotation. Tiny going to find him there. Stun and the root, or I should say the tether. And that's going to be a big pick for OC Peach Boys as they are looking to make maximum advantage here out of this curse. They've got all 5 members up here in the top lane. Looks like Aris is actually going to go ahead and split off, but attack power is going to start building up that hatred. Stack up onto the wall. Big silence coming in on the other side, though, from Mambo. And they're going to get the 1 tower. But overall, not a bad defense for Disturbance. You know, 2 forts going down. The mid one taking a little bit of damage, but that'll equalize out. A little bit of damage to a couple of their front walls, but in comes the engagement. Again, Earthquake on the backside. 2-man root to follow it up. And just like that, it's a 2-for-0 so far for Disturbance. But they're still chasing and Current. There is no way they're going to make it out of this. Wraithling making sure of that there with the toss. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered here for Disturbance. A 3-for-0, and now they can look to try and stabilize here on the map. They're going to go ahead and pick up their boss. Level 16, about half a level away for OC Peach Boys, but Disturbance have the waves pushed out quite a bit further, so they're going to be able to catch up in HP a little bit off of that advantage. Phantom Puppy, I've definitely seen much more aggro Muras before, back when E gave Unstoppable. That's true. That's true. However, I think even with the Unstoppable E in, that first jump into the tribute, I think that's still death, even if it was unstoppable. But either way, boss is picked up. Camp picked up on the other side for OC Peach Boys. They'll push in with that a little bit. The Kurtz will be here to clean that up. Meanwhile, 5-man rotation by the Peach Boys down here. And level 16 picked up by both teams at pretty much the same time. Wraithling trying to zone, but Mambo gonna be caught in the Warden's cage. Nice into the fray though. Wraithling gonna go ahead and try and get him out, but he actually self-roots there with the silence. Massive ring coming in, actually potentially massive, but not quite finding the members they wanted there. Zeratul just now on the flank and is actually gonna think better of it. So nice 4v5 engagement for the Peach Boys. They only get the Garrosh there, but still, really big win for them, as now this is going to make it pretty easy for them to get this tribute and deny the curse point that Disturbance so badly wanted and needed here in this matchup. And they're actually rotating forward. They're looking at this camp and make sure to at least deny Disturbance that camp. Meanwhile, Mambo's just looking for the denial over the wall here. You can see he's positioning for it. Soul in a pretty good position to try and stop him from doing that, though. And it looks like the tribute will be picked up by OC Peach Boys, and both teams will go ahead and walk away. Meanwhile, Siege Camp up here on top, getting some good value onto this fort. Catapults is up here, though, looking to try and push that back a little bit. And here come the members of the Peach Boys. Is it too late, though? Yes, it is. Fort will fall. And instead of clearing that up, it looks like the Peach Boys are just going to go after their boss. But the rotation is coming in here from Disturbance. They have the ability to try and grab this away. And they're going to be here in time, but ton of CC coming down onto Belial. The VP on the back end actually even catching the boss. Gonna stop them from picking that up. Warden's cage on the backside, and it's Kurtz that's gonna go down first here, but total bloodbath, 1 for 3 in favor of OC Peach Boys. I'll trade out the Imperious for the 4 kills on the other side any day of the week, though. And only Thrall left to tell the tale. Meanwhile, Camp and Catapult pushing in the bot lane for the Peach Boys. This is gonna threaten the keep. Belial actually gonna look to grab the camp here to try and counter push against the boss. Mid being cleaned up. Current on the tribute. And I think that's everything going on the map right now. I might be wrong. Aris clearing out side walls. Deny some of that vision here for Disturbance. And nobody's cleaning up the bot lane. Oh no. The keep is just getting completely hammered here. Yeah, they're focusing on the boss, which makes sense. It's dealing a lot of keep damage too. And eventually the catapult does get cleared out in bot, but another one is here. Meanwhile, in mid, they're pushing in, grabbing a fort. Looking to try and get close to that level 20, but this is the fight that Disturbance wants. Free 20. I actually see them going in, but big sleep dart gonna stop the VP from coming down, but still has it. Actually, there it is, coming off of cooldown. Kurtz is on the backside looking for it. Actually, Wormhole's back, and Aris gets the kill, but trades out on Jaina. And so no ring now available. Actually, it was already used in this fight. Kurtz still, or actually has used the VP already. There's too much going on in this team fight, guys. I can't keep up. So it's a 1-for-1. Maev for Jaina. And give them another opportunity to get a pre-20 fight here. It's going to be close. Vault in by attack power just to get there a little bit faster. And actually does capture the curse before Wraithling or Belial can get there. And now Wraithling's taken just a massive amount of damage. Attack power getting harassed there by Kurtz, but Camp and bot lane does secure the bot keep, and now the curse is going to have the members pushing here. All 5 members now up for Disturbance, though. Advantage to the team, to the lower level team with those lower death timers. Still got 3 before Maev is even up, let alone the long walk in from the Hall of Storms. Tiny trying to get a little bit of damage onto that front wall, but going to have the Dwarf toss away. For right now, it looks like they're going to go for boss. Not a whole lot for them to do on the map without Maev here. Maev is just now coming back, but by the time Maev is back, though, they should have pretty much secured this boss. And it's not a fight that Disturbance wants to take, so good opportunity to try and force Disturbance into a fight without their level 20s, but they won't take the bait. And this could very well be the end of the game. This is going to be the bottom boss walking directly onto core. And so we'll see if OC Peach Boys want to go ahead and push in with this. The answer seems to be yes. Maybe a little bit of a tentative yes, but they are here. Still half a level away are those level 20s here for Disturbance. So they're going to have to take this defense on the core. And it's going to be a rough defense. What a game number one this has been either way. As we see the Earthquake come out nice and early. Spear in response. VP on the backside only going to find attack power. But it is going to be Imperious falling first here. The boss is trying to beat down the core. The shields are falling, but it looks like the defense is going all right so far. But then Wraithling going to end up falling, and Aris just with a massive play there. The tether and the fan of knives, and just like that, OC Peach Boys turn it around and are going to take game number one here on Cursed Hollow. All right, so once again, we'll give you guys a quick snapshot of these talents. Yeah, Aris carry, yeah, for sure. Like just massive, massive tethers, and just those isolative tools, along with the fan of knives, just the resets. Oh, that was game two, wasn't? Yeah. What the heck did I do? Oh, I just didn't give them their point, so I was looking at it wrong the whole game. Feels bad, man. That was game two. You all knew it. Oh. But you know, the good news is the stream. The stream is holding up. I really wanted to test today to make sure the streaming was gonna go well. So very smooth so far, and these teams very back and forth there in game number two. Much closer on the kill count. Instead of 20-0, this time it's 20-14. See, it's all coming back to me now. It was a little hazy there for a minute, but yeah, again, attack power on Vala. Oh my goodness, you know, it's so much damage. But again, you know, it's that Maiev Vala combo. Both of them playing very well on those assassin roles and just dominating. And so I guess that means that my poor Game 3 file once again is going to be empty, but had a lot of fun seeing Disturbance play here. You know, again, we haven't seen a whole lot from them, so it's nice to be able to display a little bit of their play here today. I want to thank all the teams for playing these matches, all three of them, putting on a good show for us down here in Div D West, and we'll get these game VODs up and on YouTube this afternoon, so you guys will be able to check those out if you missed any of it and you want to check it out again. But I think that's going to be it for me for now. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break because we've got a match that I'm going to be casting live for C West in about half an hour. So I hope you guys will come check that out as well. We'll have to put the delay back on. My team can't live up to my awesomeness. Why is the English language so silly? Those two words, completely different pronunciations. Either way, yeah, Aris, very, very nice plays coming out there. That was very impressive to watch. Maiev is definitely one of those heroes that, for my team, is just an insta-ban. Anytime we see somebody else even plays it halfway decent, and you don't play it halfway decent, sir. You play it very, very well. So very well done there. And yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it for this cast, guys. A couple things I want to shout out before I go. Check out the NGS Patreon. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Patreon before, but check it out. There's a lot of really cool benefits to being an NGS patron. One of my favorite things are the player cards. I'm looking forward to getting my Season 6 player card, win, lose, or draw. One of the coolest things that I actually own in NGS is my my Season 4 player card. I was really excited to get. So check out those and all the other cool stuff they have on the Patreon. And yeah, check out the YouTube channel. We've been doing a lot of updates there. Nexus Edge episode came out yesterday, the 6th Nexus Edge episode. So a lot of cool stuff constantly going out there. And if you guys play Sylvanas, if you like that hero, they just released a really awesome interview with Ryokai. It's a Ziltoid project that he's been working on for kind of, with the analyst group and the Edge guys. They're doing they're starting a new series called Nexperts. So that's something really cool to check out. I've learned a lot about Sylvanas just from watching that. And I think my play's improved a lot. So they really are trying to help you guys take your game to the edge, just like they always do in their shows. So check those out. And yeah, I'll be back in a couple hours with another cast. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in a bit.